Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have this time is the Nigara SG2 Damascus Bunka 180mm knife. So this knife has 3-layer construction, actually multiple layers of construction. It doesn't say that, but it's 3 main components. You've got the core cutting edge steel and the multi-layered soft stainless cladding with acid etching, easy for me to say. That gives it that gunmetal gray color and interspersed with some other colors when the acid etch hits those different materials. So this knife has a high level of fit and finish, and this maker does a wonderful job on these things. So let's take a look at the specifics. Again, that core steel is SG2 full stainless powdered metallurgy. It'll take a wicked sharp edge and should have really nice edge retention if you do your part with a good edge on there. The construction is soft stainless multi-layered Damascus cladding over that SG2 on each side. And again, we just talked about, you can see those layers pop because of the acid etching that they do with that. The weight and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 185 millimeters or 7.3 inches on the edge. And then the overall length is about 328 millimeters or 12.9 inches. Spine thickness, these are fairly thin knives, but they're pretty stiff given the construction. So I got about 2.5 millimeter thickness right above the back of the blade on the spine. About halfway down, I got about 2.15, so it'll have a little bit of taper, and then it pretty much holds that until you hit that corner. And towards the tip, these babies get really thin at the tip, so it thins out. You've got a pretty generous grind here. You can see where those layers tighten up. There's your grind down towards the edge and a nice thin tip. Also, you've got a nice thin edge on this. So this is a very good performance grind on this thing. The, let's see, the weight is about 143 grams or 5.0 ounces. Heat treat's about 62 Rockwell plus or minus, so it's got some hardness to it. Kind of apropos for SG2. Let's see, the height is about 47 3/4, so almost 48. So you've got plenty of clearance for your fingers. This has a nice gentle curve from the choil, the back of the blade, into the neck, which goes into the handle. So you've got a great spot there for your pinch grip. And balance point with this handle, it's an oak handle, so it's a little bit heavier, but your balance point's right about there. A little bit in front of the choil, so slightly handle heavy with my pinch grip, but not too much. It's fairly neutral. Handle, as we mentioned, is oak. It's an octagonal handle, and it's got this what they call burnt urushi finish on it. And nice fit and finish on the handle. So it's a good simple handle, but looks nice warm color to it. Got some texture to it for feel. They've done a really good job of gluing that where the tang goes into the handle, so nice job there. Let's see, I think that's about it on that. Let's get our beauty shot. So if you look, you've got the layered cladding, and as you get to the grind, you can see those layers tighten up. This is your core steel peeking out there from the cladding. And then they do have an embossed, it's a little hard to see the video, but they've got an embossed, their symbol and kanji on there on the right side of the blade as you'd be using it. And here's the left side of the blade. Every knife's going to be unique. This particular one, see if we can see it. The cladding does not cover the spine. So if you look carefully, you'll see some layers there. So it's pretty cool. So you'll see the layering. And there's your core steel, there's your cladding. Fit and finish is nicely done. They've relieved the spine just a little bit. They relieved the choil a little bit. It's not like super crazy rounded, but they've done their job on that. Out of the box edge, I'll give this 7, maybe 8 out of 10. It's very, very nice out of the box edge. The grinds are really clean on these. Very, very nice, nicely crafted knife. Let's take a look at the cutting board profile. You probably noticed the tip. Towards the tip, it's pretty aggressive on the belly, so let's see what that translates to on the cutting board. And so this rolls into a nice stop towards the heel, so you've got a good kind of flat section in that back third. Just rolls into that stop. And then you've got a pretty aggressive belly. So for a Bunka, you've got quite a bit of curve there towards the tip. So you can get this thing up pretty high. I can rock way up there with this, so this will rock great. Tip draws, you'll have to raise the handle a bit more because of the, the way the tip's made, but that does give you a lot of flexibility. You can do rocking, you can do some chopping towards the back and middle, push-pull cuts, those kind of things. So this should be a pretty flexible knife from the technique standpoint and support quite a few different techniques. So if you're looking for something kind of dramatic looking, all stainless for easy maintenance, this is a very, very nice knife. This is the Nigara SG2 Damascus Bunka 180mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.